Oh my gosh, Steve is with us. Yay! It's Sunday
Hey,
afternoon. Hey Steve, how you doing?
good. How are you?
Thanks so much for being here.
Oh,
Welcome to the Sunday afternoon chat.
mhm.
Steve and I are going to talk about something that should not necessarily be expensive at all whatsoever.
Mhm.
Back in a minute. With me this afternoon is Steve Young from the Everywhere with Steve Young74 channel. Steve has a wonderful random channel, and many times on Saturday afternoons, I head over to his channel as a guest. So it's Sunday afternoon, and Steve happens to be my guest today. Thanks so much for being here, Steve. Steve,
Oh,
some people are under the misimpression that entertainment always has to cost so much money. What do you think about that?
not really. Believe it or not, entertainment is probably right under your nose and you don't even know it. I myself, being a music holic, nut, fanatic, whichever word you want to choose, I've got three different uh, music streaming apps that I use. I've got Deezer, Deezer, Spotify, and I also use Pandora from time to time. So over the years, I have created playlists among the three. So all I have to do is just go on there and get my songs, hit the shuffle button, and it'll go through all the songs that I have at random. If you have the shuffle activated, and you can just listen to music. One thing about Pandora is you can set it up per station. Like you could have the Eagles station, you could have Diana Ross, you could have
Oh, wow.
yeah, you could have Duran Duran. Yeah, I know. Um, hey, they were pretty good.
I love them. So there's no
Yeah.
problem on that. Yeah.
So, you get the idea, Natalie Cole. So you can actually, and what it's going to do, I think it gives you an ability to, I think about 10, you can set up 10 or 12. I don't know. I'd have to go over and look. But what it's going to do, it's going to play music within that style, is what it'll do. And
Ah,
if you don't want that, you've got a shuffle that'll play everything.
wow.
If you don't want that, another form of entertainment, I know I have it. I've got a Fire Stick. So do I necessarily have to have cable? No, because I have I've got about three different apps that I revert back to where I can go watch a movie or a TV show or anything like that. And it's all free. It's just a matter, if you have a a Fire Stick, do you necessarily have to have a smart TV to have a Fire Stick? No, you don't, because the icons, or the little icons, they will show up. What you have to do, though, in order to be able to download other apps to put on the Fire Stick, is you have to go into your settings and make a couple of adjustments, which is not really that big of a deal. And then you have movies and TV shows right at your fingertips.
That's
An-
amazing.
Right. And another form of entertainment, don't forget, people have forgot about it. I think it's gone the way of a lot of old timey ways of having fun. What about an old fashioned board game? I'm sure some people still held on to those.
That's the truth.
If you want to, the only one you got to watch, although I heard that there's a way that there's a short version of the game that you can play. There's a certain method that you can play it. Monopoly. If you're not
Wow.
careful, Monopoly can go on for days if you're not careful. But There is this one version, I've never played it, where it's supposed to speed up the time you play. I
Oh,
guess you're dealt so many property cards at the beginning. So I don't know how that works. I'd have to look into that. But Scrabble is a good one.
that's a great reminder. I bet many people viewing this might even have these games literally collecting dust somewhere in their closet.
Mhm.
And you can make a whole afternoon event if there's a rainy afternoon or you're just too tired to go out, just want to stay home with your family and just hang out on a Friday night. I love those board game ideas. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. I mean, you do have games and things like that on your phone, but that's just you interacting with a, like I said on an earlier show. Matter of fact, it was yesterday's show on my channel. Then you're just interacting with a small tablet, which is what really a smartphone is with phone call capability. That's not the same thing as actually being across from somebody or to your left or to your right
That's true.
playing a game. Old fashioned interaction, which doesn't really exist that much anymore. People are too wrapped up in their phones. Phones are good, but it's also got a bad side to it.
That is the truth. Steve, do you remember the game Twister growing up? I mean, I
Oh,
know it
yeah,
was my day, but it still existed in your day. Did you ever play that game?
once, but yeah, but you better have good flexibility because one hand's got to be here, one foot's got to be there. You almost have to. It almost seems like you have to be a contortionist in order to be able.
Yes, I used to play that game all the time when I was a child. Oh, well, it would be hilarious watching me at the present time playing Twister. I
Uh,
don't think so.
you know, Another game I played, and this is a good one. I believe it's still made today. Is one called Operation,
Oh, I used to love that game. Yes.
where you got one in there and made sure you didn't touch the sides or it buzzed the nose, and then you didn't. Yeah.
Oh, I used to love. Oh my gosh, there was another game. I don't think your generation of kids ever heard of it. It was called footsie. And I used to always play footsie. It was like this ring. You put it around your foot, and then it had a long string and a little like thing that looked like a bell, and you would spin and hop and skip over it. Footsie. It was hilarious. It was great.
Well, I've heard of it, but my generation of footsie is a little different. But we're not going to get into that.
Okay. Yeah, no, 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 no.
Look at the
No, mine was
table.
definitely
Yeah,
G.
yeah.
G rated.
But no, I'm not trying to be naughty or anything.
No, I think it's
They're
funny though.
different.
You're right. I forgot about that actually. But
Right.
that was the original name of the game. But it does not have to be expensive. You don't
No.
have to. You know. You know what? I don't get me wrong. I did love the theater experience. I mean, real theater experience, like Broadway show. But okay, there's something to be said too about the movie theater experience too. But as I got older, I don't know about you, Steve, I lost patience with the movie theater experience personally. I mean, the noise and people climbing over each other and just
Oh, I know.
and getting there and it costs it around here, it could cost a good bundle.
No,
I
here
mean,
too. Here.
right?
Yeah. Well, I haven't been to an actual movie at a theater in a while. I think the last thing I saw was Star Wars: The Force Awakens. It was the one where it was Carrie Fisher's last movie as Princess Leia, and then
Wow.
I think Han Solo got killed, and Luke Skywalker makes a cameo appearance at the very very end of the movie.
Oh
But that
wow.
was the last one I had seen. I went with my oldest nephew um, when he came down for some funeral services. I had lost a parent, my dad at the time. It
Sorry.
was about 7 years back. But that was the last one that I went to. But you know what I really enjoy more than going to a theater? Theater's okay, but you're in that seat.
Right.
A drive-in is better.
Yes, I have attended many, many years ago. That is a different world. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
that's different. You could take your whole dinner that you're going to eat at home to the drive-in with you and eat it while you're watching the movie.
Amazing.
It's just
Amazing.
it's just so much different. But what's even better than that, honestly, is if you have a decent sized TV in your house
Right.
where you live, good sound quality. You got your kitchen right behind you.
Right.
So if you're watching a movie, you can always pause it.
You're right. And that is a big, big difference. When you're at the theater, actual theater, you can't say, okay, let me stop it now. No, we're so used to pausing our videos, pausing
No,
this. We cannot do that at the movie theater.
no, at the theater, if you have to step to the restroom, you're going to lose about 10 minutes.
Bingo.
And you can't go back and rewind, say, hey, go back. I missed this.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
because
Nope.
you have to leave the actual theater that you're at, go out, go into the lobby, maybe take 15, 20 steps down, however how far it is, and go to the restroom. So no,
You,
it doesn't pay to. I wouldn't go to a movie now anyway. Like I said, I've got the flexibility here in front of me. So why should I, pay all that money?
I love that you pointed that out about the pausing. We do live in such a world of kind of like everything on command and on demand type stuff. We are just so used to that sense of control. Oh, okay, the phone's ringing. I got to stop my movie. Oh, okay, nature calls. Got to run over to the ladies' room. No, can't do that at the theater. That is amazing. And you know what? You're right about the food too, because the some of those prices of the treats are just absolutely.
Well, I have a little secret. You could. I don't know how well you could get away with it at the theater because I know at the theater they search you before you go in. But why should you pay $5 and $6 for a box of candy when you can just as easily go to a Walmart or a Dollar Tree and pick up that same precise candy for $1.25? And so you can pick up 3 or 4 boxes over there, and not that you're going to eat all four, and still be ahead of the game slightly.
So
Why?
you mean like a person in that actual theater, like they're like looking around, they're like pouring this little amount in their hand, taking it, or you mean at home?
I'm talking about at a drive-in.
Oh, the drive-in, yes, of course. Okay.
At a theater, I'm gonna give a little secret away. My best friend's mom, um, she would buy her own candy, and she would put it in Ziploc bags, little sandwich Ziploc, like lemon heads, snow caps, all the good Skittles, all the good ones.
Yeah.
And she would put it in her purse.
Oh,
Nobody
cool.
saw it. So they're less likely to search a woman's purse
Right.
than a man. And she would go in there, sit down. Movie starts. She opened, and I think that was even cheaper than $1.25 because she bought a
Wow.
pack and she just added how much she wanted in her little sandwich bag and went with it.
She was ahead of the game.
Oh yeah, she was
Personally,
smart.
she was smart. Personally, I don't understand why they even have this coverage of like looking over her shoulder of if a person's bringing something in, but I guess to make sure that they make some more money at the concession is probably the
That's what it
reason.
is. Yeah.
But honestly, if one can't really, like, or shouldn't, like, doesn't have that entertainment funding in their budget, just stay home. There's so many choices. I'm not saying the name of the movie. I'm looking forward to something that is scheduled to come on regular TV tonight at 5:30. Without naming the movie, I look forward to it. That'll be my movie night tonight. We're recording this on a Friday. We're airing this on a Sunday. And I'm like, no, I'll be fine with it. If I want a snack, I could just grab something from the fridge,
The
whatever.
only thing in a case like movies like on AMC, not AMC,
Those
channels like
channels, yeah.
TV Land, even some of those channels you have to watch. I'll tell you why. The movie that you're going to watch, yeah, it comes on, but they're going to edit parts out of it. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, absolutely. Because, well, you know what? To be honest with you, I don't necessarily want to hear all the stuff that was originally in it. The movie that I'm going to watch, I have seen already, like in the movies years ago, and they can edit away.
Well,
I'm just, yeah,
it's not just the verbiage that comes out. It's not just that. It's also certain parts of the film within.
yeah.
So, I mean, they only have so much time to work with. So if they have 2 hours to show this movie, and this movie's 2 hours and 15 minutes, they're gonna deduct or take away
Right.
15 minutes of that movie so it fits into that. You know,
Well,
I
I,
mean,
I think that's great, though. I
then you
mean,
have all the commercials too, but I mean, that's the only
you
downside.
you are pointing out some really, really good stuff. Steve, I want to thank you so much for being here. Is there anything else you want to add for low cost entertainment?
Not really. I can't think of anything else. I mean, like I said, low cost entertainment. If you don't want to do that, um, you could always go into your kitchen and cook and prepare something. I don't know. There's
You're not kidding. Cooking is very relaxing. I agree with you. You're getting something done. More than likely, you're going to be saving some money doing that prep work because a lot of people, they're tired at the end of the day. They make that phone call that costs a tip. Why? Because they weren't prepared. I think you're making a really good point on that.
hmm and that's yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you so much, Steve. I
hmm
look forward to seeing everybody again on my Monday through Friday, every single day, Instant Coffee with Jan show. Don't forget to head on over to the Everywhere with Steve Young74 channel. Here's a random channel, which makes it even more fun because you don't know what he's going to talk about next, right, Steve?
Yeah. I mean, I can go from A to Z to L to B to K. I mean, you just don't know.
There you go. Hey, Steve, I'm going to use this closing. It's been a little while, so let me try this. Hang on. I like to change it up every once in a while. Have an amazing, fantastic day, everybody. Take good care now. Bye bye.
Bye.